Introduce Superintendent Keith Leonard from Escambia County School District to present the turnaround option plan for Warrington Preparatory Academy. They are requesting an extension of their current charter school turnaround option plan, where they partner with Charter Schools USA. And we have Dr. Ruiz, who is also here to address any questions the board may have. Superintendent.
Welcome. You're recognized.
Thank you, Chancellor Burns. Good morning, Commissioner Diaz, Chairman Gibson, State Board of Education members. On behalf of 37,000 plus students, 320,000 citizens, and the Escambia County School Board, thank you for having me here today. I heard Mr. McQueen say y'all expect us to drive. Let's see. Yes. In June of 2023, I assumed the responsibility of interim superintendent. The very first meeting I had was with our principals, trying to bring a sense of calmness. The second meeting I had was with our Director of School Transformation, Ms. Holly Wilkins, and Dr. Rachel Heide from the Bureau of School Improvement. Chair Gibson, you talked about a sense of urgency. We were each and every year finding ourselves in the Escambia County School District with 10 to 11 schools that would wobble back and forth between a C and or a D, and sometimes even worse. I call that the Mendoza line. We wanted to make sure that we didn't find ourselves in that situation any longer. So we worked wholeheartedly with our partners at the Bureau of School Improvement, with all of our schools that we found ourselves from time to time falling in that range. I want you to take a look at this slide where you can see some improvement that has occurred in a very short period of time. Our A schools have nearly doubled. Our B schools have maintained. Our C schools have vastly increased, which is still not acceptable, but it means we don't have as many of those schools that are below the Mendoza line. Very proud of that. However, the reason I am here speaking with you today is last year we had 14 A's, 12 B's, 25 C's. We had 1 D. It is the Warrington Preparatory Academy. We're going to work very hard, and we have continued to work hard to get that to a C. In last school year, I want to say it ended up being they were at 42 points. The grade needed to be at 44 to have received a C. That did not happen. I can tell you there's been actions put in place for that to occur. It is our hope during this school year, but as we required, we have submitted a top plan with all the assurances being provided by our school district to you as a governing body of what we will do. We will meet all assurances, but as you are very well aware, we only have one option left as a school district, and as it relates not to Warrington Preparatory Academy, but to those 525 students that attend that school. That is where our responsibility lies. Now, we are partnering with Charter Schools USA at Warrington Prep, and I'm here to tell you today it has been a great partnership. We've worked hard to make sure that there's a committed staff. We've worked diligently to make sure that the teachers that are present at that school are highly effective and quality teachers. For the 24-25 school year, they have proactively implemented action steps at Warrington Preparatory Academy. They have transformed the leadership there. The new principal for this school year, Mr. Delvin Vick, has extensive experience in turnaround schools. They actually have one of our former school district leaders as an assistant principal there, who is outstanding, Dr. Shanae McCassler. Glad she's working for them. They've improved standards-based instruction and improved the learning environment. I'm happy to tell you, right before PM2 was administered, I had the good fortune to walk the campus along with our partners from the Bureau of School Improvement, saw good instruction in place, saw smiling students, and see a trajectory of what's going to occur there at Warrington Prep. They have twice monthly walks with the Bureau of School Improvement. They're in each of those classrooms, making certain that they see good Tier 1 instruction. On the visit that I had the opportunity just recently to take with Ms. Wilkins and with Dr. Heidi, Dr. Ruiz was actually present. In the communication that came out of that classroom, they talked about Tier 1 instruction, and they also talked about what they could do to assist that teacher with a more stringent small group instruction. So you see the partnership, and then you know that they go back and they have good conversations with those teachers, and more importantly, help get the students where they need to be. From a school grade history, this is the most points earned on Progress Monitoring 3 or the high stakes testing at the end of the year since 2011. So this past school year they had a 42%, which still earned a grade of a D. I truly believe that knowing where that mark is this year to reach a 44 or higher is our goal, and I believe we will achieve that goal. Next slide demonstrates the improvement from PM1 to PM2. As you can see in ELA, from PM1 to PM2, you see a 4% increase, and in PM2, in math, you see a 9% increase. We continue to work with our partners at Warrington Prep. We have a data scientist in our school district that provides all those results. We'll continue to have those twice monthly walkthroughs, and I do believe we will see success. However, as a school district, you have to be prepared. We have provided to you what we would do if we don't find success, but what we are here to ask for today is an extension for the 25-26 school year. I assure you we have a plan. What we want is for those 525 students at Warrington Prep to continue to be able to go to school there, and that they are successful in bringing that grade to a C or higher. So thank you for your time.
Thank you, Superintendent, and you're obviously close. I don't think there's any school in the state that this board has more intimate knowledge about than Warrington Preparatory Academy, or at least over the last 6 years or so. I have a question, and I don't know, this might be a better question for Charter School USA, but my question is, and we've gotten regular updates, which this board greatly appreciates, on the work that has been done. But is the goal to continue what is being done, or is there something that we can do, something that we can inject to make sure that we are, because this is an extension that's being requested here. So that means that the original plan, on the timeline that we would have preferred, did not work. So what is the plan? Is the plan to continue with the interventions and the changes that have been made, or is there something else that we're going to inject to make sure that we get up to a C?
I can tell you what I saw in my visits while I was there. Then I'll also ask my friend Superintendent Ruiz to come forward. Is not only a continuation of the plan that you actually see there, but to intensify what we need to do to bring those students to a better place academically, and those teachers and staff there. But Eddie?
Thank you, Superintendent Leonard. We do have great partnership, but the plan is to continue moving forward. It's good to go slow to go fast, and in the beginning, a lot of training had to be done for teachers and for students, but that is actually taking hold now. We are seeing quicker movement in our PLCs with our teachers, understanding the systems, understanding what we're doing. So we see a quicker momentum happening, but our plan is to continue what we're doing because we're seeing growth and seeing progress. So we definitely feel that by the end, we definitely will be at a turnaround. BSI is there actually tomorrow. I'll be alongside going into classrooms again. As we see things, we'll tweak them right on the spot, but we're gaining momentum and we're continuing the plan.
So you feel that you only need one more year to get that up to a C?
Yeah, well, my goal is to be a B by the end of this year. That's my goal, but yeah, we will not be a D. That's my goal. That's we should not be up here again next year if we continue seeing the things that we're seeing in our room.
Members, any questions or comments? Vice Chair Petty.
Question. So attendance was an issue previously when we talked. How are we doing there?
Continue monitoring. Attendance is an issue we have to do. We continue going out to homes, If it gets a little cold, parents don't like to send their kids to school, and it's been a cold season lately, or rain. But no, attendance has improved, and if you look at our PM results of who's actually taken the test, it has actually increased. But attendance is something we're monitoring. I mean, we have a full-time social work on campus. If students aren't showing up more than a day, we're going out to class, we're going out to homes, finding out, bringing them onto campus, giving them the services they need if they need something. So we're monitoring that closely. But attendance, again, is always a concern that we monitor close.
Follow up.
Yes, follow up.
And we're fully staffed with the teaching staff that you need to be successful?
We did have one vacancy right at the January time that is, that happens, that we actually already have in file to fill. Okay. Former teacher, highly effective, coming from a different county. So we had one, but that we should be full by the time processing happens.
Okay. Thank you.
Commissioner, do you have a recommendation?
Thank you, Chair. And this board is well aware of the history of the school and the work that has been done, including Superintendent Leonard coming on board and kind of taking this on. I think that with the buy-in that the community has had, the business community, the school community, the Navy, we have a lot of partnerships here. We have a lot of efforts and investment by Charter School USA as well. Superintendent Leonard's commitment. We're seeing that progress. I think I sense there's definitely a sense of urgency here to get this done, and I would recommend that we approve the top plan for Warrington Preparatory Academy, and I know this board has high expectations for this, and everybody's aware, and we're going to get it done.
Members, can I get a motion to approve the Commissioner's recommendation for Warrington Preparatory Academy? A motion, is there a second? Motion and a second. All in favor say aye. 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 Opposed nay. Show the turnaround plan for Warrington Preparatory Academy in Escambia County approved.